5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Manila Major American Qualifiers. We are here in the Grand Finals, game number 3, and it all comes down to this for DC. They need one more victory, and they are into the Manila Major. My name is Mont. Thank you for joining us here today, of course, on BTS2. With me is Fogged, and we are going to jump into this third game between Shazam and Digital Chaos. And, man, it does not look good for Shazam in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, they need to change something up. The two games just looked like they got outplayed completely, kind of. DC just seemed to know exactly what Shazam was going to do all over the map. The draft also just was a bit too greedy, and DC took advantage of that.
Shazam, though, they will finally get first pick. They will finally pick up the Slaughter, take it away from Resolution.
DC Radiant all 3 games.
Yes, they seem to really like this side. Or they just don't mind. The Radiant side has been working well for Moo, I think, which is the big thing. Whenever he plays the off lane. Moo's had a great series. Pretty much the entirety of Digital Chaos has a great series.
So they have
5 seconds remaining.
At least the ones that were heavily contested is the Bounty, the Lion, the Beastmaster, and the Vengeful.
And there's the Vengeful Spirit. What's going to be next? Is it the Mirana? That's the question. Do they want to play Mirana? They picked it for Resolution. It was okay. It did some work. Didn't do I think the most out of I think it was the first game. I can't remember off the top of my head, but
they're like one of the few teams that runs in safe lane, though.
Yes. Well, the way they did it last time was like it was like a roaming. It was like almost a roaming farming Mirana. Resolution was up top for a bit. He wasn't he was in the Radiant, and he was up top with like another support, and he wasn't getting anything, and so he roamed around.
So it was okay. So it's Venge Beastmaster.
So this is fine. I don't know if Shazam really should go for Mirana. I don't think that's worked out for them well so far in this particular series. Maybe in the first series they played, it was fine. Maybe they thought, okay, we can get away with it, but I haven't seen any reason for them to pick Mirana, honestly. I have not. And the problem is that they're not going to go Bounty Hunter because it's clear that SVG either doesn't like it or they just don't want to pick it for themselves. But they have to have a better game plan. Slardar is a good start to that game plan. I think it covers a lot of your problems that they had previously in terms of tanky heroes, in terms of catch. They have now somebody that has armor reduction as well. Beastmaster and Vengeful Spirit are two very, very good heroes against this pickup for Shazam. But now it comes to the second pick, and what do you think we're going to see? Because it can't be the Elder Titan anymore, but what are they going to grab here?
Trying to think. There's Lion.
Mirana, which we talked about.
There's the Mirana that we talked about.
Bounty, but again, they're not going to pick it. Darkseer, maybe? Second pick? No, I mean, they have the Slaughter. Okay, Wyvern. Wow. I'm fine with that pick, actually. I don't know if I would pick it second, but I'm fine with it. Yeah, I don't think I would ever pick it second, but I like that pick.
Yeah, I kind of, you're like looking at me, I have like kind of a look on my face. It's really good versus Beastmaster and Revenge, obviously, because of the auras. They make whoever's cursed basically get killed if they are standing next to people because of how much physical damage they would output because of it. And he has good D-push, and of course whoever gets roared, you can kind of freeze them and, cold embrace and maybe even potentially turn the fight with that. But picking it second in the first 2 picks.
Do you think it would have been banned? I don't think so. I mean, maybe they thought what you were thinking. You're like, Vengeful Spirit Beastmaster, this is a recipe for disaster if we get Winter Wyvern, we'll ban it now. But I don't think that would have happened. Yeah.
No, I don't really see why they were opting for it or favoring it so heavily in this draft.
I like it a lot. I do like it a lot. I think it's a good choice for them. It just comes down to play. It comes down to what they want to do with it, how they're going to get these winner's curses. Can he avoid getting ganked early on? Can he avoid getting roared? He's rather squishy. He does have, obviously, the physical cold embrace, which is nice against all of this physical damage coming out from the Beastmaster, the Vengeful Spirit. But it now comes down to these next couple of picks. There's the Dragon Knight band coming in. There's the Darkseer band, which was very well warranted for Digital Chaos. That is one of the heroes that Brax has done the best with, and probably, I think, his best hero, or I think that's what he believes anyways. CK ban again against TC. They really do not want to give this to him. I, again, don't think that it needs a ban, but so far it's worked, I think, every game. They've banned it out. They haven't gotten too much to go with Shazam. I think this is looking like another good draft for Digital Chaos. Maybe the Winter Wyvern's a bit tough, but I think that so far, otherwise, this is good. What is not banned out that really is speaking to you? Because we talked about the Mirana, we talked about the Bounty Hunter, but anything else in particular that you're looking at here?
Nothing really in particular, actually. They seem to have like really
Reserve
took most of the
time.
heroes that they both favor.
Alp's
But
still banned. Furion's
it's like
still banned.
Lion is probably one of the few that I'm seeing that kind of stands out.
Yeah.
Lion, the Marana. So we did
There's
see
the Marana ban. Yeah,
Radiant
that's fine.
team pick.
I think roar into arrow, stun into arrow it's good. Do some work for DC. Again, you have to worry about that farming core for Weehaw. I feel like no matter who you give him, he's gonna farm up in the mid lane. Just a matter of can MSS stay with him.
Yeah, that's another kind of thing. Like that kind of just
5
jolts my memory.
seconds
like
remaining.
when you're first picking Winter Wyvern, first two picking Winter Wyvern like this, you kind of set up for DC to be able to set,
Reserve
you know,
time.
heroes that can burst through the freeze as
Yeah,
well as
yeah.
not be in position to get cursed. So they could potentially pick a lot of heavy magic damage, a lot of heavy burst.
Weehaw's Lena comes to mind.
Yeah,
Off
exactly.
the top of my head, would not be shocked to see that hero picked up. They did
usually
pick it in the
save-
third game, but
Yeah, they usually save, like we've been saying, the fourth or fifth pick for Weehaw though,
yes.
just to save, give them the best matchup.
This will
possible.
probably be another support unless they want to do Beastmaster support, which has fallen out of favor because, well, Brax has been playing it every game, but now that Digital Chaos have it, maybe they want to give Sox a chance to have uncontested farm in his jungle. I'm not sure how uncontested it'll actually be, but I think there's a better chance that Moo plays this Beastmaster. Although I don't see Moo play that much Beastmaster, at least I haven't.
Yeah, he plays it though. Oh my god, I was about to say, are we gonna see a Weehaw Invoker? Damn it, I'm so pissed I didn't say it.
Dude, you've been so close on like 3 of these.
Oh, I was so mad I didn't say it. I was like thinking, are we gonna see a Weehaw Invoker? And they actually do take it because it's exactly what works versus the Winter Wyvern. It's that hero that has multiple different potentials, multiple different magic bursts, and he
10
he
seconds remaining.
is a supplement to the lineup that they already have for the extra
5
summons
seconds
as well as
remaining.
more physical damage.
Cold embrace yourself, I dare you. I'm gonna Sunstrike you, and it's
Yeah.
not gonna feel great.
Sunstrike, deafening
time.
blaster, meteor.
Yeah, the Invoker is a good pickup. Now your Shazam here, you have to somehow find a way to deal with the Invoker because eventually he's going to get that farm if he's Quas Exort, which he almost certainly will be, I think. He did play Quaswex the other series, and he went for the Hurricane Pike, but that was with a push lineup. This could be a push lineup. They could go Drow here for Digital Chaos.
Yeah, absolutely. This time it wasn't banned out.
Man, if they go for a Drow lineup, God, that's rough for Shazam, I think, in this situation.
So many auras though, so the curse can be really
Right.
crucial, but he has to get
level 6. He has to get level 6, and Tome of Knowledge is not going to be enough, you know, for him to get level 6, and they have to give him a lane if that's going to be the case. They're setting themselves up for a Drow strat, I feel like, and I'm very, very frightened for Shazam in that regard. But Digital Chaos have constructed this masterfully if that is the case, because we saw the Invoker before for Weehaw. He picked up a Hurricane Pike, worked pretty well because he's able to just outrange the tower by massive amounts. Drow Ranger picks up the Dragon Lance, which gives you the new 2 Band of Elven skin, which makes it a very good item for you. They'll go for Tusk, which allows for more early fighting. And if there is
lane fighting,
if there is a push strategy, you can kind of slow it down to a certain extent. Sigil will help. Walrus Punch will help. They have gap closing that they kind of are missing out on a little bit. They have sprint, obviously, but
10 seconds
I like
remaining.
this Tusk pick a lot. I do like it.
It's more safe potential as
5
well. You know, if
seconds
somebody gets
remaining.
roared and or if somebody is cold embraced, he can snowball them and potentially dodge a couple spells. It's more
Reserve time.
more wave clear as well with the ice shards and the Winter Wyvern as well.
It just comes down to play, I think, in this matchup. And if they do go for a push strat, if Digital Chaos go for a push strat, I think that would be amazing for them. If they pick up a Drow Ranger here, I would not be shocked, to be honest. But maybe they're like, okay, we're missing our critical element, which is the Nature's Prophet, so we won't go for the push strat. You know, well, let's go for a little bit more team fight oriented lineup for Resolution, which is really what he likes to play, I think. Resolution's not one for hard farming. They go for the IO as well.
Dire team pick.
Wow, okay. That's not, and now you have the opportunity to pick up a Tiny or whoever. DK's not available, so there's only, you think about partners, but it necessarily isn't, it's not always about, you know, getting that IO partner. Sometimes it's just about playing solid
10
Dota and having an IO
seconds
relocate
remaining.
you out. So the last times they played IO, they had DK in both of the
5
games. They
seconds
played
remaining.
all 3 of the games, I think, actually. They played it with another DK. Anything
Reserve
else?
time.
I mean, they've only played it a handful of times.
Yeah, they haven't really been favoring it too much, but now it just
10
seems like
seconds remaining.
after the game that they just played, they feel so good on it. And it's also
5 seconds remaining.
they just looked really great on it. Then with the laning phase, the way
Radiant
Misery played it, and
team
just
ban.
enhanced the Weehop basically.
I like this pick for Shazam, and the way that I liked it, the way that Weehop picked it, I like it in that regard. I don't.
That's a TC though, right?
Yes.
TC basically.
Well, he owned with the Lone Druid the last game he played.
Safe lane exclusively?
No, it was. I can't remember now.
5
God, I have the worst
seconds
memory in the world.
remaining.
Let's check. Can you?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he did play it in the middle lane.
I want to agree with you.
Yeah, he did play it mid before.
Okay.
So I like that because then it keeps like some openness to their draft too. I was a bit worried because
But he's
I
against
thought,
Invoker and maybe an IO helping him out.
yeah. But like I was saying, it kind of keeps like your openness to your draft. The Slaughter can still be off lane, and it can still be safe lane.
That is
We
like
haven't seen
that's the
Brax
key.
hurting, though.
That is the key for not only this entire series, the last series, but it's also been the key for like the past couple of days. Keep your draft open-ended.
Yeah.
Play mind games. Misery's been the one playing mind games with Shazam this entire time.
I haven't really been liking the
Dire
offlane
team
Slaughter
down.
though. Brax, when he played it, I think one of the games he was suffering so hard that I saw, and I think for the most part when we've seen the Slaughter, most of the times it wins, it's in that safe lane.
Yeah, I think so. Or like aggro dual lane.
Yeah, like an aggro type of duel lane.
So that's I agree completely with you. And it comes down to what DC want to pick for their safe laner, and maybe can they get
5
away with an aggro
seconds
dual lane on the
remaining.
Slaughter and Tusk, and maybe even do an aggro trial lane with the Winter Wyvern, send Lone Druid mid, and then pick up a solo safe laner for MSS
They do
potentially.
ban the Drow at least.
I like that. I don't know if it was gonna. I think if they wanted to do a push strat, I think they would have picked Drow 4th.
I agree.
So that kind of is a bit questionable to me, but I think that's fine.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But still, you know, you don't want
10
to.
seconds
You're in
remaining.
your maybe your final life of the tournament. You don't want to be.
You don't want to get Drow stratted.
Yeah, you don't want to get cheese pushed. in a
You
fight.
also don't want to get broodmothered, which might happen here too. God, if a broodmother came out, that would just be
Reserve
terrible for
time.
Shazam. And another mastery mind game from Misery.
Tide
And that is a
Hunter.
Tide Hunter.
That's the offlaner there.
Okay. Wow. Okay, Gyrocopter. So more
That's a-
magical burst that for against that cold embrace that we were talking about. And
They don't play Gyro, do they? They have 0 games on Gyro.
well, Resolution's picking it up, so I guess so. I guess they're doing it now.
Yeah, that's a little bit out of their. I guess you could say a little bit out of their comfort zone from what they've been drafting. I'm sure that Resolution can play it more than fantastic, but it is changing it up a bit from what they've been playing recently.
So you kind of have to fight around these cooldowns if you're Shazam. You know,
Yes.
it's a little bit of skirmish with Slardar, with the Slithering Crush and SVG on the Tusk, but it's also a lot of team fight ultimates with Cold Winter's Curse as well as the Tide Hunter. So you know it's tough, I think, if you're Shazam. For DC, just get Weehaw farmed, get a Moo of fast level 6 like we've seen on every other offlane
10
Beastmaster, and go from there. I think you just try to find picks.
The cool thing is too, the difference between this Invoker
5
pick and the
seconds
last game
remaining.
is that Gyrocopter can get involved super early, so they don't need the Invoker really to be so involved in this game because if he's going Exort, he really can't get involved. He's kind of just like that Sunstrike Wonder, and if someone comes to his lane, he gets blessed by that. But
Ooh, Jason TPing up here, looking to stop that ward from getting put down by Moo. He's gonna spot him.
Spotted.
He knows. Where's he gonna put it? Moo's looking for a spot. He still has it in his inventory, and Jason knows this. And Moo's gonna go down to the low ground and probably save it. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna use it anytime soon. He might just put it up like somewhere common, like here. He's picking it out. He's thinking about it, I think. Nah, maybe not. Either way, that's a huge play from Jason. That was something that I think maybe they looked at the replay, but in between games very quickly just to check that out, like
Maybe.
to see that he was doing that because. But it hasn't been that big of a deal. I don't know.
we have been seeing them. I want to see if he pings him out because he did look at the Wyvern, but yeah, he didn't see that. He went for the ward, but Jason has been porting to lanes basically every single time and
30
putting a ward down,
seconds
and
to
Moo
battle.
actually does see him retreat from that area with only 1 ward on him.
So he should guess that there's a ward somewhere
Yeah.
in the jungle. It just comes down to him getting a Sentry
Somewhere-
and staying alive.
Some lane phase ward. Or,
This is not an
lane
easy
ward.
lane for a Beastmaster, by the way, I think. With Arctic Burn, Slithering Crush, and an SVG Tusk Snowball Ice Shards, I don't see Moo surviving very often if they get off what the abilities they want to get off. Just a long-range initiation from the Wyvern into a
The
stun
battle
or 2
begins.
will make quick work of him. Then again, he played that Bat Rider game and he was just fine after a while, but he doesn't have that comeback mechanic where he can take giant stacks like a Bat Rider does.
He does, however, have a Wisp who will be able to at least move around, and if he does have some trouble, he can give him the help.
TC is going to be playing the Lone Druid, and this game feels like it's a lot on him.
So it looks like we might be going for that Quas Wex again. And it's very good versus the heroes of Shazam. They are very limited on mana until they get Arcane Boots up on the Tide Hunter.
Yes.
Like Slardar, and Tidehunter are very
Wee's
restricted.
Quaswex Invoker was very good when I saw him play it.
Yeah, it's not for sure just yet, but usually we see people go for the Exort
first, yeah.
So him going for the Quas kind of indicates that it might be more than likely Quaswex.
He's going to get the arrow to help him out. This is going to mean that they're more difficult. There's the Ice Shards coming through. They get the Slithering Crush off. The Arctic Burn to see if a Fairy Fire. He's got a salve. They're doing so much damage, but the armor going to work. They can't get the kill.
5 HP.
You joking, the armor aura from the tower again. He salves up. He has to use it early, but that's just a kill they needed to convert on for MSS. They can't get it done. They just didn't have the damage there.
That's a really good point, though, that you just made. The +1 armor aura actually saved Moo there in that instance.
And every Stout Shield proc in the game, I'm sure.
Of
But
course.
that happens from time to time. RNG. RNG loves Moo.
Oh, yeah.
But will he pick up an Iron Talon and just head to the jungle and say, forget it, or what? Brax is going to see Misery has rotated down bottom. Yeah, he'll just backstroke away. I like it. Styling. He is taking a lot of hits, though. He's got 7 tangos. That's the good thing. He's a lot of regen. So they're going to leave this Wii versus TD matchup 1 versus 1. This, I think, favors TC for now. And he should be able to do a pretty good job of denying and making sure he takes away some last hits from the Invoker. But for now, it's actually in favor of the Invoker just by a little bit. The Gyrocopter will be able to get some safe lane farm. No worries there. And the Slardar, he'll be able to get great CS as now it's under the tower. Beastmaster's heading to the jungle. He's looking to try to find level 2 in the Tide. He's already leached his. 2-minute runes coming out as well. Soxa, ooh. There's the Anchor Smash. Soxa needs to be careful, I think. Brax can do a heavy amount of damage here. He wants this, and the Illusion Rune is his. And Brax will continue to backstroke away. World champion swimmer. Ice Shards blocking Moo, looking for maybe some help at SVG. He's pinging. He's like, where's my help here? I don't think he's going to get anything done with this. Moo's going to hide in the tree line. Drop the ward down. Jason thought about coming over. Said no. I don't want to Arctic Burn for that. That's not a kill. And that'll be that.
Did SVG steal his creep?
I don't know. Maybe.
Because he's got 1 CS. I don't know. Maybe.
There is a good chance that was, well, that was the case.
Yeah, because Moo's experience is looking pretty low. He's only level 1. Brax level 2. At least he's going to start jungling as well. He's got the Coiling Blade. He's going for that Iron Talon on the Tidehunter.
This is looking like a better start for Shazam right now.
Absolutely. Yep.
I mean, the Io's really only helping in the safe lane at this point. He's right now doing stacks. Misery's actually doing stacks at level 2 with his spirits.
Yeah, that's they connected the pull to the left as well, and he's doing, he's trying to clear up that stack with the level 1 spirits.
He's going to go ahead and do that. He has 3 battle charges too. 4-minute room will be a minute from now, so he's got some time to wait before he can get that. Mid lane, finally, Shazam's TC has taken control and has 14 last hits, 6 denies. Weeha, he does not have that bonus damage coming out from the Exort, which is really what makes this lane difficult. But later on, it's going to help out when he can use abilities like Tornado, like he just did, to set up ganks with EMP, Tornado, maybe get a point in Exort, go for Deafening Blast. There's a lot of options to initiate with when you're in Invoker. You have Ghost Walk, obviously, to move around the map and be a little bit safer. Yeah,
and when Resolution hits his 6 and they have the Tornado into Call Down combo, it can work pretty nicely.
Yes. So there is good team fight, but Shazam no slouches in that regard either. We've talked about the Tidehunter, who is now Iron Talon, and he's going to jungle maybe at the side camp. Yes, he will. No reason to go down bottom against that tri-lane. Let Resolution have his farm. They're doing the same in the top lane. Not often will you see no offlaners currently present in their lane, but this is one of those instances. Guess what? Because Jungle Beastmaster is pretty good, and even without an Iron Talon.
Got a TP though, and
he's going top.
He can tell Shazam was setting up for the push. They have the double creep wave. Jason's even spamming Splinter Blast on the lane.
Can he even do anything about this? He can pull it back with the boar, the
That's
creep
exactly
wave.
what he needs to do.
And that might be, MSS could come up and try to crush this, and I think he's going to. And they're going to pull it back. This is very far behind the tower. Meanwhile, down bottom, Brax and Jason getting scouted out. They're trying to push at the same time. Mirror movements coming out from both DC and Shazam.
That's funny.
Misery,
exactly mirror movements.
Misery is a little low. He's going to bottle back up, and they really want this tower. The good thing, I think, is that DC push a little slower than Shazam, so good thing for Shazam, I should say, but not with 2 versus 3. DC have a bit of help. I think they have Vengeance Aura? They do. So yeah, they actually push pretty quickly.
Yeah, they're trying desperately to keep that catapult alive, but it will go down now.
That was so awkward. That was just like, okay, we're both going to push now. We're both going to dive behind your tier 2 towers. Make sure you don't pull the creep wave back.
It looked funny, but it's pretty much what you would like to see from teams when they're trying to do the 3-minute pushes. Like you want to not let the offlaner catch the wave and get all that experience that's coming in. But taking a look at TC in the mid lane.
He's doing pretty well.
Quite dominant.
He's doing very well. This is one of the first times I've seen TC or whoever is in mid outlast hit Weeha. And that's just a credit to Weeha's Just the ability to play the game of Dota. He's very good. He won a major for a reason, guys. He's a good player.
He can play the Dota.
He can play the Dota, and he's doing so right now. He has 14 last hits. He's actually below the Tidehunter. Tidehunter did have some jungle camps that he did take, so a little bit inflated.
Yeah, those, I think, all but one, I think, are jungle, if not all.
That's fine, though. Jason's level 3 experience-wise. I want to look at the hero levels, and it does look like it's doing a bit better for DC in that regard. Saksa, they're going to snowball. I don't think they're going to catch him, though, with this. It's going to be very close. It will just barely hit. Ice Shards, I don't know if they have enough damage. They would need a Gush or an Anchor Smash. He actually gets out with about 100 HP, maybe a little bit less than that.
That was a sick TP.
Really smart stuff coming through. No Ravage up for the Tidehunter, not close. He's level 4. They would maybe need TC there with a Savage Roar to stop it. That's rough.
Yeah, that was a really nice TP. If he had kept walking, they still had the shards to block whichever path he took, so that was like the perfect decision for him to make, is just instantly TP.
And now Moo gets some free reign top because the support's roam down towards that bottom rune spot. He's finally pushed up. He's level 4 now. He's pretty much tied with Brax, at least in terms of experience, as Brax is heading back home to get some much-needed mana and then head back down to bottom or jungle onward here. We'll wait and see. 36 last is coming up for the Gyrocopter resolution. No surprises there as he's getting free farm. If he had any less than this, I would actually be shocked. So he's doing really well.
Yep, and Misery just constantly stacking that big camp in the bottom lane, so they know they have to maximize an XP somehow. Stacks again, so it's a quad stack there, so he will probably clear that with the Gyrocopter as soon as resolution hits 6, and then they'll, pump up the Wisp's levels.
That is much needed. Relocate has been a pivotal part of Misery and DC's game.
Yeah, they're already pinging it too. Misery's pinging it. He's not taking the lane XP from Resolution. Resolution hits 6 now.
And we're about to see a call down.
Yeah, we should see the call down here, and it should just clear this up.
Boom. Black Cannon, Rocket Barrage it, clear it up quickly. Watch how fast this thing dies. And Misery will get at least a little bit of experience from this. Well, I should say more than a little bit.
Yeah, level 4 on the Venge now, level 4.5 on Wisp, and nearly level 7 on Gyrocopter.
And they'll transition this into a push, it looks like.
Yeah, plus a good amount of farm there for them. And it's more farm than the supports on the side of Shazam are getting, because they are getting a little bit slowed down on their levels.
Meanwhile, Shazam are going to try to go for the same exact thing, push down this top lane, but it'll take longer. Nobody's coming in. They'll try to go for a trade. It's pinging out. They're saying, we need to get this as quickly as possible. That was a teal ping coming out from Saksa. They want to take this down. And already coming back up top is Moon. He's got a double damage rune as well. So this push, I don't think it's going to be successful for Shazam as it is for Digital Chaos. And Digital Chaos make a great play.
Yeah, Moo doesn't have to put himself at risk to pull the creep wave, which is always the beautiful thing about Beastmaster. Just pulls the wave. Now he's able to get his farm, his levels. He's very close.
He's going to get 6 off this now because they decided to push in.
Yeah.
You could pull, but and then you won't get the tower ever. It's just such a tug and just push and pull type of matchup.
Yep.
Tornado and P on
mana burn.
Yeah, he knew he was.
Ouch.
Weehaw actually pauses the game right beforehand, looking to set up maybe how he's going to go further. He probably could just invoke Cold Snap and maybe bring TC down. I think he's a little too far away. Maybe can do some damage to the bear. Won't be able to get the kill. I think TC should be fine, plus he also has a salve.
Yeah, it should just be fine.
Yep.
Thankfully, the bear isn't considered a hero unit, so when the EMP hits it, at least Invoker doesn't get all that extra mana getting back returned to him.
I mean, okay. Brax is now at 32 CS. He's got 1,000 gold. His arcanes are probably next. There's the armlet for MSS at the right time that you'll usually see it. And you saw it from Resolution right around the same time. And, well, the Midas is coming out for TC pretty soon as well. But that's not an item that can really help him fight. They want to avoid putting pressure on TC, let him farm up, do as much as he possibly can, and kind of fight around him. Fight with 4 with Brax. 4 protect 1 style to a certain extent. Now with Smoke coming out with Misery as well as Saksa. And they'll rotate mid, at least to start. They might head all the way top and look for MSS, but it'll be a long journey if they want to do so.
They can go to either lane, yeah.
And that was not their scan. That was the Dire scan coming out. Scan unsuccessful.
It does seem like Shazam this time. Feeling much more confident in this game, you can tell already. They are much more aware of what's going on, reading a bit of DC's movements. They know the 2 supports are missing in the bottom lane. They have freedom to move between either top or mid. So TC playing very defensively, and Mojo just farming under his tower with 2 people behind him.
There we go. Saksa, Misery, very deep in. Regen rune also for Io was very nice. Oh, he's going to run into just about everybody. Yeah, they see him with the courier. He does not have a ward down or anything like that, but they might buy some sentries just in case to make sure they deward. So even Misery just being in there is just enough for them to say, okay, well, we should buy some sentries. Brax is going to come in. He's got Ravage now. Blizzard Blast will go, stop this push, but Weeha's going to work with the overcharge. He just hits like a truck. It's not in deny range. He stopped right before. Smart play.
Yeah, definitely intentional.
They're just going to send 2 mid, Brax as well as Jason. They've got Ravage. They have TPs available.
Mu is ready. Yeah, Soxa is getting in position now too. They see that Mojo keeps kind of pressing up on that tower a bit far, so Soxa is going to set up with the roar, and if they do get that on him, they can bring a couple TPs and get a kill on Mojo. And Mojo is aware though, and he's backing up.
Well, there's no vision up here, so he's aware, but he doesn't know where exactly Soxa is at this point. Brax was going to go ahead and look like he's going to stack up this ancient stack. Yeah, he'll go ahead and grab it, stack it up real quick. Jason to the jungle. He needs that level 6, and he's going to get it soon. So this is an early level 6 for Winter Wyvern, where they have so many auras. You have
Tome of Knowledge just comes up too.
Yes, this is big. This is critical. I think a lot of people won't make a big deal out of this, but level 6 for Winter Wyvern is absolutely gigantic. You can get a Winter's Curse, wait a little bit, Ravage, reset the fight, go from there. Soxa still setting himself up, but walking in is going to be Jason. Doesn't see Soxa, move looking for that roar. He's going to find it. There's the Wave of Terror. Jason might have cold embraced himself. Weeha's rotated up as well, and Jason, just as I talked about him, he'll go down.
One of the latest First Bloods that I think I've seen.
Yeah, wow, it's been 10 minutes and there's not been a First Blood? How have we not talked about that? Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, a bit odd.
And Brax also TP'd up there too, as if to say, oh, we could fight this if they try to turn this into more, but he kind of just wasted his time, I think, at that point.
It's a little not unfortunate by any means.
Oh no, the courier! Weeha's gonna snipe it.
Is he gonna get it?
Yes, he will.
No.
Man, Shazam are just on the receiving end of courier death after courier death. That's a really bad place for it to fly with Weeha missing off the map.
Yeah, and if Mu had actually gotten that kill instead of the Venge, he would have his book finished, but he's basically got it anyway. So going on the off-lane Beastmaster, a pretty ideal.
And they're
timing.
looking to go on MSS now. They have Roar back up in 33, but
they've got relocate soon too.
Yeah, they're going to set something up here, I think, with Resolution. MSS needs to be very, very careful after this creep wave. I think he's got to back up underneath the tower. How is TC doing during all of this? 1,000 gold. Midas is already up. He's getting there. It's going to take some time for him to get that Radiance, but he'll get it at some point in time. There is that book one, as you talked about. It's 1-0 at 12 minutes, Yanis. It's happening.
Man, they're both playing so cautious.
It's not NA Dota. It's not the NA Dota I know, anyway.
This is the life on the line, man. DC, this is their chance to go to the major, and Shazam, this is them defending for their lives here.
Shazam, your tower is in deny range.
Yeah.
Just want to throw that out there. MSS? Nope. Okay. They're going to let it go. Are they going into... Okay, no, they're not going into Roche. By the way, that Observer Ward scouted out their movement entirely. MSS is going to finally ping this out. He's going to deny it. There you go. Boom. And here we go. Push is going to commence bottom. TC has demolished. He's had it for a while. They're going to sit behind him, but they know this is happening because they had a ward on mid. It has since gone down, but they had a ward watching this rotation happen. Cold Embrace on the creep that's getting targeted, and they're going to rotate everybody in. This could be a big fight. Our first one of the game. Digital Cast will smoke up. They'll lead the way through. They also have keeping in the Invoker. Now TC, top of the true form. They're going to back together. Can they make it out in time? The Bear will scout things first. It might be first contact for Jason. Smoke's about to break. Resolution move. They're sitting on the tail edge of that smoke. The Hawk's going to come through. They'll see that Shazam is backing and maybe cut their losses. They're pushed forward, waiting for maybe somebody to turn around with Soxa and Misery. That should be it, though.
And we goes back for a Midas. I like this a lot.
Oh, they dropped the ward down in the smoke right next to the other. That's huge. That would have been spotted otherwise. All right. Yeah, and then, yeah, like you said, Weeha goes for the Midas, which is flying out currently.
Good awareness, though, by both teams there again. You know, both of them are kind of understanding each other, it seems. As soon as Shazam saw Weeha, even like the glimpse of him, they all just got the hell out of there because just like the last game, that's exactly where they cut.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. You were saying this looks familiar, and I agree with you 100%. I'm like, yeah. You probably want to leave now. Yeah, you have Ravage. Yeah, you have Winter's Curse. You do not want to get roared into everything that they have with the Invoker as well as the Gyrocopter.
Yeah, great recognition.
TC is not at a point where he wants to really fight at all.
Oh yeah, no, Shazam doesn't want to fight until at least Mojo's Blink Dagger.
If they want to fight, it's going to be through smoke ganks. It's going to be through 3 or 4 man pickoffs.
They don't even really, ideally, really want a team fight. I guess at this point, it's like sure you have these big cooldowns. Well, they don't really have the Wyvern cooldown yet, or the Wyvern ultimate just yet. But they don't want to fight until Mojo's Blink, and then ideally, they really don't want to fight until Radiance on the Bear.
And again, Jason was at level 5 like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten a single point of experience, I don't think, but I think the Tome of Knowledge was bought by them, and yeah, he eats it. Now he's
level 6. Winter's Curse is up. They've got it. A smoke would not be the most ridiculous thing in the world now. They don't have one. They do have one on fun. They'll drop a sentry. They're going to TP in. No, nobody else. They're going to walk in with Brax as well as MSS. MSS does have his blink now. It has just been completed. This is go time
for resolution here.
Yeah, and he's going to take it before they get to him as well.
Maybe they just go into the Roche pit.
They could.
They do have Gush. They have the Slardar.
Yeah. There's a definite way for them to take Roche. There's nobody in the enemy jungle, so if they go there,
it would be super obvious if they did go into the
they're gonna miss out. Scan's gonna come through. That'll be from Digital Chaos. They don't see anything. They assume their jungle, at least the entrance to it, is safe for Weehaw. He'll Midas and just go to work on this. I don't think he goes. They have no vision defensively in their own jungle.
And Soxa does go for that same
He walks
build
up.
as the game before.
Weehaw is not going to walk up, though, smartly. Super safe play from both teams, with the exception of maybe this wraparound gank. They have vision, though, of Weehaw with this Observer Ward. He's isolated. They know that he's there. MSS should leave the way. Can't quite find him yet. They're going to wrap in. They'll find Misery and Soxa. No. Oh my God, they're so close. Jason pulled the creep wave. They see MSS. They should know everyone's behind them. This is so tense. Lone Druid will go ahead and take down that tier 1 tower, but Moo is split pushing top, and he's doing it well. He's got his book 1 up, and he's about to use it probably.
He's about to have book 3.
He has book 2 already, and this tower will give him book 3. They now have a, 5,000 net with advantage. Tier 2 tower top lane is now gone.
They want to fight. Absolutely, yeah. They have SNY coming out, finished SNY coming out on the courier. They have the book 3 coming out on the courier as well. And I commented it quickly, but Soxa did go for that. Only 1 in the stun build and maxing for that aura build.
It's all down to the Winter's Curse for Jason, I feel like, in a lot of these instances. And then the Ravage counter initiation, if you can get it off. They are split up. They are not together. And the smoke will, I think, see SVG. No, maybe just the bear. Resolution's gonna get scouted. SVG knows he's in trouble. Can he get off with a snowball? Warrior Punch will go first. There's the call down. Avoid most of that damage. Brax is in trouble as well. He'll get out, but it looks like they're just gonna get SVG on the high ground. Tornado's gonna come through. Can he get out? He's got the TP. Will he make it away? He's gonna go down finally as the gyrocopter gets vision, and he falls. 28 seconds on the sideline and no fighting potential really. They did use a couple of abilities, Gyrocopter's Rocket Barrage with the call down, and they want to go for Roche now. They popped the Necro 3, and they're going to go right in. They've got Ravage, no Blink initiation. It's the Blink Slithering Rush. That's going to be what does it for Shazam and the Winter's Curse. But look at the positioning from Digital Chaos. They are not sticking together. There's the Gush. Roche is going to fall. It's a great time to fight if you're Digital Chaos. Brax will back away. He's going to get targeted.
They're going to get caught here.
There's the Roar. He doesn't want to have to spend the Ravage, and he will fall. The Winter's Curse onto Moo. He'll fall. Look at that damage coming out. Nicely done from Jason. That's at least a very good trade. But he still has to hightail it out of there, and if they can get out with just that loss, that might actually be okay.
Poor Moo. Anyone who gets cursed there is pretty much dead. Resolution might be the only one who survives the curse in that situation.
Yes.
So now we can see Weehaw goes for, he's going kind of for more that like support type invoker, I guess you could say. He's going for the support items. He's got a 4-step as well as the urn. He's not too worried about getting items in this game. From the looks of the way the game is going, plus his Midas, he's very happy.
I feel like the smoke is going to be very obvious for Shazam if they decide to use it here. Maybe that's just me.
Maybe it's a bit of a desperation smoke.
I think it is, because they're starting to get pretty far behind now, almost 10,000 net worth. They are fighting for their tournament lives, a spot in the Manila Major, and at this point it is not looking great for Digital Chaos. They just need to keep doing what they're doing.
You know, watching the Ad Finum game versus Empire earlier, at the 18-minute mark, I think there was 42 kills at one point.
Yeah, we have 4. We have 4 kills in American Dota. I never thought I'd say that. This is the most ridiculously passive American Dota I've ever seen, but like you said, you can't blame them for the position they're in right now.
But at some point, they have to make... They can't play to not lose.
Yeah.
They have to make some type of plays. They have to do something. They can't just be kind of sitting back and letting DC do whatever they want. And that's the timing for that is going to be when the Radiance comes out, which is in about 100 gold.
Blink Dagger for Brax too.
This is ideal for Shazam here. They need to find either a pick off on the person with the Aegis, or fight away from the Aegis, or just wait for the Aegis to tick down and then fight with their brand new items.
That's going to be a while.
They've got the Blink.
They've got 4 minutes before that Aegis is up, and
yeah, I don't think DC is going to give them an option to use their brand new items.
This is so tough for Shazam at this point, but for DC, they just have to keep doing what they're doing. They're doing it well.
Another enormous Ancient stack coming up for Resolution.
They can't... It's not even like Shazam are not even aware of this happening. They're like, wow, this Gyrocopter's really farmed. I wonder how that happened. Well, suddenly he just got a couple of Ancient stacks. And you have not had vision over on that clip.
Oh, and now he's got an Ogre Frost Mage. So the Ice Armor is actually ridiculously good versus Shazam's lineup.
That's insane.
Like the bear is gonna get slowed every time it hits anyone who's armored.
Almost 30 armor at this point.
Pretty much counteracts the amplified damage because it's still only level 1. He's about to have level 2, but still, that Ice Armor is nothing to overlook.
Resolution's gonna get a BKB as well. There's the Hurricane Pike that I talked about for Weehaw.
Yeah.
When it comes to sieging time, and it will come at some point, he's gonna have the item available to get it done. I don't know, man.
Wow, that Hurricane Pike item is kind of crazy. It gives 20 agi even. I guess the recipe changes it up a bit.
It's the
Cool
the Band of Elven Skin, the Dragon Lance, whatever.
Yeah, the Dragon Lance gives 15. He just gives 5 bonus agi for like no reason. Oh well. It's an interesting pickup. You commented on how Weehaw did it the other day. Force stuff overall is really good versus Shazam's lineup in case somebody gets targeted or in case somebody's cursed. You can force people out of it.
Absolutely no vision of that smoke to see gank, it looks like. So they're not going to see anything. They see the boar, that's it.
Oh no.
They're going to run right into Jason.
They're ready.
Sigil is going to see this, and they need to get Winter's Curse off. It's too late now, and they're going to lose at least 2. MSS, and now Braxton's going to get, I think, caught out. Winter's Curse onto 3. Saxo will be the first to fall and the only one. But so far, it's not looking great for Shazam, as the Tornado will almost catch Brax at will to clip him, and he's going to go down. He's got no buyback, dead for 38 seconds, and all of a sudden, Digital Chaos have a chance to go straight forward, some tier 3 tower damage. Brax will be back up at 32. There is a glyph up and available for Shazam, but they are in a very bad spot now.
They can't even fight with their timings. They just got the Radiance, which is like, nice, we got our Radiance, guys, we're ready. Wait, we can't fight anyway.
They have to be the ones initiating, though. That's the thing. Like,
yeah, Brax got initiated on again here, and yeah, they're not able to do anything without Brax in this fight.
Here we go. The overcharge coming out. Yeah, Resolution's just going to work. The station is not going down anytime soon. Slithering Crush coming in. MSS slowed up by the ice wall. Might be in trouble. Alacrity up on Weehaw. They will take the tier 3 down. It does get denied. Good. Split blast, and then the disengage from Digital Chaos to make it out alive. This is looking so good. MSS goes for a blind stun. He can't find anything with it. This is Digital Chaos choking again. Choke has been these past 2 games, and even this third one is looking just about the same right now for Digital Chaos.
Yeah, DC has been doing a really good job of taking a lot of objectives and putting wards down and just suffocating Shazam. And yeah, it's only 5-2, but kills aren't really what dictates a game, and DC has been doing a great job of forcing objectives and taking the best trades possible, and which the trades are basically little to none.
Resolution has his BKB now. This is a Smoke of Deceit from Shazam. Again, another desperation smoke is what it seems like. Scan comes through. They were looking for somebody at the Ancient Stack. Instead, they're going to find that Weehaw is just sitting under the tier 1 tower. They're kind of baiting him to a certain extent. They're going to look for the wraparound gank. Haste rune up for MSS. He's going to find the stun on that Weehaw. He's in trouble. Blink Ravage. They'll catch just about everybody. Snowball. Can they blow up Weehaw? They get the swap off. He's still alive. And then it's the slow. Relocate out. There's the Winter's Curse. And Misery will bring him down. But it's still 2 dead for Shazam. And they're just not doing enough now. Jason will go down. Brax is going to be next. His move will chase him. They get up the board slow. There's going to be the mech up as well to keep them fighting. Resolution gets a double kill. It's 9-3. And that is just about it feels like. Again. They get 1 kill, but they give up so much for Shazam, and Digital Chaos have just about done it. They're going to continue this push mid. Probably get a full set of racks out of this, especially with Ravage down. They just don't have the damage. They don't have the survivability to deal with DC's lineup. They're too far ahead. Resolution's going to come up. The melee rack's in trouble. Black Cannon clears out the creep wave. They've got the inner beast. They've got the Vengeance Aura. They get off the Savage Roar, but still going to town. It's going to be the rest of DC. The Glyph will go. They don't have that Hurricane Pike from Weehaw, so they're missing a little bit of damage. They're missing the Alacrity as well. The Glyph comes out. They might back once everyone respawns. Very patient play from Digital Chaos. They might have been able to get a rack there. Oh, go for that same blink again. MSS, you had it. If you just blinked at the same spot and stunned, you would have gotten at least 1 kill. No. No such luck. Yeah,
this is looking pretty grim for Shazam. They need to really emphasize on defending high ground without losing anybody outside the base, using their ultimates basically perfectly. Because that fight, it was under the tier 1, it was kind of in an awkward kind of place, but they did land a 4-man Ravage. The curse wasn't the most optimal, and Weehaw barely died.
Yeah, the relocate out, he obviously had
Misery had mech, but he got cursed like as he was
Yes.
meching. It was super close to saving Weehaw.
Oh, move. Ooh, blinks away. Knows something's up. Might have had a hawk in the area. I think he does. Yeah, he saw it coming. This is again, Shazam running around, looking like chickens with their heads cut off, trying to find anything they possibly can, and not getting anything out of it, with the exception of one kill.
DC just looking very disciplined though.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how DC looked in every series up until the last series. If they had just played a little bit better in the winners finals, they would be undefeated as it's standing right now, and they're in a good spot to continue and 3-0 in this series. Resolution has his fully completed BKB plus 4k gold for whatever he wants, probably Butterfly, Scotty, something like that. And anything is fine, honestly.
Those sound fine. Yeah, either one. Probably Butterfly. Probably Butterfly being the better option because he's not even...
I mean, just what happened? They had a lone druid who was farmed, they had a good laning phase. It's just they couldn't find kills, I feel like.
Yeah, they couldn't. They just didn't make... I feel like they didn't really make moves either. I feel like when they had the armlet, maybe that was their time to make a play with Mojo, but DC just seemed to know every single time that Shazam was making the moves.
DC seems like a very good squad. I'm just going to throw that out there, and I think anybody watching this game would probably agree. They seem extraordinarily strong.
Yeah, people probably are like, oh, Shazam's so bad, blah, blah, blah. DC is, you know, just much better team. But no, they're just outplaying them. And Shazam, they did show some life in this tournament versus DC earlier, but now it's just looking like this is the DC squad that we had seen in the early parts of the qualifier. They're
Yes.
just super smooth, consistent, making as little mistakes as possible, and taking the games into the position that they want them to.
Brax, maybe they can find one big Ravage, one big Slithering Crush. They're going to smoke up, and it seems as if they know something's up here as Shazam
Same ward, spots them again.
Yeah.
But there is a Hawk there as well.
The Ubercliff, the Hawk getting vision. They're going to wrap and actually go for the backstab. They're really going after this one, and they're probably going to find a tornado. Brax blinks away. Resolution pops the BKB. TC is probably going to be the first to fall. There's the call down. Good cold embrace. Rocket Barrage will go again. TC's probably only for a moment longer. The last right click and the Spirits of the Eye will get the job done. There's the roar. Brax in trouble getting chased down. They'll find both of these kills. One with the Sun Strike, and there's the last click from Moo.
I think this is where we're going to see the GG come out quite soon. They're probably just going to play it out to the end because this is their last game, but this is pretty much it for them.
Not much Shazam can do, but Digital Chaos are overrunning the base. They've had so many good fights, so many good engagements. 12-3, 26 minutes in.
Full Butterfly delivered.
And the attack speed from that Necro Warrior just chopping down the melee rack. Who's going to come and help out as well. The Inner Beast, everything. The Aura Strat coming in and working wonders. The full set of racks gone. The second will fall soon thereafter. The mech can keep them fighting fit. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing that Shazam can do at this point. Ravage is up in 8 seconds once they have the Tidehunter, but that will mean that they will lose 2 sets of racks beforehand, and I don't even think they're going to get Ravages. They're probably going to back here for DC. MSS finds Misery at the very least, and look at that kill. Resolution, he's got PKB up in 5. Gets the bash onto Doxa. MSS in trouble. There's the Arctic Burn. They'll get 2 redemption kills on 2 supports for 2 sets of racks. That is maybe the worst trade in the history of the game of Dota. And that's probably it. They might get roast. They see that there's an illusion in there, unfortunately. I still think you might even be able to fight this 4 or 3 versus 5, honestly.
Oh, absolutely.
And Misery's even just going to buy back. They don't want to give this away. Resolution has BKB. Brax is going to Ravage up. Resolution doesn't time it right. Not that it matters. They're going to get killing Brax almost instantly with the EMP as well as the call down. He stays alive with the 4th tap, just barely. TC is the one that's getting caught. Good 2-man stun, or looks to be a 2-man stun. Where does Chris will come out onto Weehaw? Everyone's falling so low for Shazam, and Digital Chaos just running over them once again. Moo will find SPG. Ice Shards will not save him this time, and that's going to be it. It looks like 4 dead, a double kill, and GG. Digital Chaos, they are moving on to the Manila Major through the American qualifiers in such a convincing fashion. They look so damn good in every single way.
They looked like they knew exactly what Shazam was going to do in every single instance, before Shazam even knew what they were going to do.
I don't think Shazam knew what they needed to do in half those games, at least in the first 2 games. The draft felt out of place. They felt like they just didn't have the heroes. They made mistakes left and right, and they couldn't find those kills. And DC had read everything.
Yeah, not only did I feel the cohesion coming from DC, but I also felt like their drafts felt like they just synergized a lot better than